Hi, everyone. My name is Delara, and I'm a college consultant at ESM Prep College Matchpoint. If your student is applying to UT Austin, there's a significant component of the application that's often overlooked and plays a key role in admissions: the expanded resume. Most families don't realize just how important this piece is, and in many cases, the expanded resume is what sets students apart from the 90,000 other applicants who apply to the University of Texas. Today, I'm going to walk you through what a strong expanded resume looks like and a few simple ways to get started building one right now. Unlike a traditional one-page resume, UT Austin welcomes and expects a longer format. Most of my students' expanded resumes are somewhere between 2 and 5 pages long. Think of the expanded resume as a detailed activity log, an inventory of everything your student does outside of the classroom, and in some cases, like in Fit to Major coursework, in the classroom as well. I also want to point out that the expanded resume is used to complement and enhance your Common Application Activities section, where your Activities section shows a broad overview of your top 10 activities described in only 150 characters. Your expanded resume is a comprehensive picture of who you are as a student and community member, with an emphasis on Fit to Major experiences. As we examine this resume, I want to draw your attention to a few organizational and logistic features that we always include in the expanded resume. Use headings to organize your activities and group them thematically so that similar activities are together. This example begins with activities related to the student's intended major in business, while also featuring examples of their leadership, their commitment to athletics, as well as their service initiatives. You will also want to include information about the activity, such as your student's role or any title they may have held in that activity, the grades they participated in this activity, and the time this activity required in hours per week and weeks or months per year. Finally, you will want to include detailed bullet points that highlight what your student did in this activity and the impact they made by doing it. While we recommend including some organizational formatting in this document, such as headers and bullet points, it doesn't have to be fancy. What matters is the depth and clarity of detail. When thinking of how to describe each activity, I encourage you to think of UT's holistic review process as you do it. UT looks for 3 things across the application: fit to major, initiative, and contribution to the common good. The expanded resume is a student's opportunity to highlight their contributions to these key areas. Here's a great example. This student is applying to business. Look at how an activity, this first one, a summer internship at a realtor's office, becomes powerful when it's described with initiative, impact, and purpose. I'm going to read this second bullet point aloud. Assisted with financial applications and loan paperwork for local families applying for housing. Utilized ability to speak Chinese and Spanish to make housing applicants feel comfortable. We learn a lot about this student just from this single bullet point. It shows their interest in business, which is their first choice major, through the choice they made of working at a local realtor's office. It shows initiative. The student learned how to complete financial and loan document applications. It also shows a commitment to common good. The student is utilizing their experience in 2 languages to help communicate. And finally, it showcases the impact they made in this activity. Through this experience, this student was able to make families feel more comfortable through what is a stressful process. So, how do you build an expanded resume? You don't need a fancy template. I recommend every family start a shared Google Doc or Notes app to log activities beginning in 9th and 10th grade. The earlier, the better. It's much easier to recall activities your student participates in as they're doing them, rather than waiting until the last minute or as you are preparing your application to UT. Once you've made your activity tracking document, log everything. This includes jobs, clubs, hobbies, volunteering, special interests, internships, tutoring opportunities. You can also include courses that your student has taken during the school year or online during the summer that correspond to their particular UT major. From there, add in the student's time commitments and position titles. When listing out time commitments, use the format hours per week and weeks per year. Finally, encourage your student to write at least one bullet point per activity that outlines what they did in that activity and the impact that they were able to make. And remember, students often forget what they did 2 years ago. This is where parents can really help jog memories and help add context. Whether your student is aiming for business, engineering, or liberal arts, the expanded resume document helps UT see who they are beyond the transcript. So, if the University of Texas is featured on your student's college list, here is what you can do to help. Start their activity log now, even if your student is in 9th or 10th grade, and even if they're unsure that they want to apply to UT. Capture the activities that they're already doing, and focus on articulating depth, initiative, and reflection when describing these activities. Encourage your student to think beyond schedules or titles. Thank you for joining me today. If you want to learn more about the UT resume or how we can help your students stand out in their application to UT, schedule a meeting with us at collegematchpoint.com.